Hi kids, good morning. I'm happy to see you again. Today is Wednesday, May 6th from 2020, and I wanted to thank you for all your effort and your activities. You have improving your English skills and I'm really happy about it. Today, we are going to work in two sections from our book. The first one is language and second is STEAM. We're going to start with language since it's the most difficult to you, okay? Let me share you the screen. We are going to work on page 94 and 95 in language, and I will explain you first what it's about. We already saw this theme in our last book, so this is just a review. And okay, today we're going to talk about comparative and superlative adjectives. First, we are going to start with comparative adjectives. Comparative adjectives, when do we use it? We use it to compare only two nouns, just two nouns, okay? And we need to add ER at the end of each adjective, and only if it gets two or less syllables. And it goes followed by a than, okay? Let me read you the text. We used to compare two nouns. We add ER to the adjective at the end of the adjective only when it got two or less syllables and it goes followed by than. I wrote you an example here. There you go. Example, Camila Bejarano is taller than her cousin. Okay, these two parts from my sentence are telling me that I am talking about a comparative adjective, okay? And how many nouns that I am comparing? Two. I'm comparing Camila Bejarano with her cousin. So I add ER and a than. Tall, it's a short noun, okay? Let's see what we need to do with the longer adjectives. If the adjective has more than two syllables, we use more before the adjective followed by than. Again, it's followed by than, okay? Because we are comparing two things. Example, this brownie, it's more delicious than the chocolate cake. I cannot say deliciouser, okay? I need to say it's more delicious than. The word more, it's telling me that it's a comparative, okay? All the time that I find ER or more on an adjective, I would know that it's a comparative adjective. Now, let's see if this information is clear to you. I will put some adjectives here and you will think if you must add ER or more, okay? First one, it's adorable. What do you think? You need to add more or ER? Let's see the answer. More adorable than. That's the correct answer. If you said that, you get right. Okay. Second one. Small. That's a short word. What do you think is the answer? Smaller than. If you answer that, you are correct. Okay, next word. Delicious. I think delicious is a long word. What do you think? Let's see the answers. More delicious than. That's right. If you think on that answer, you get right. Tall. That's a short adjective and the answer would be taller than. We need to add ER. And the last one, pretty. What do you think? Pretty is long or short? Let's see the answer. It's prettier than. And as you see, I changed this Y for this little I, okay? When you use an adjective that ends in Y, you change it for an I. And as you can see, after the adjective, I add the word than, okay? Now, let's talk about, oh, I have another, old. Old is short, long. You must add more or ER. It's ER. You can say older than. Okay, let's see now. We're going to talk about superlative adjectives. We use it when we want to compare 3 or more nouns. We add EST at the end of the 2 syllables adjective, okay? Here is the same rule. If we have 2 syllables adjective, we add EST. Let's see how the examples gets. My classroom is the biggest from the school. Now, if it has 3 or more syllables, we use must before the adjective, okay? My grandmother is the most adorable person I know. You see? Adorable is a really long word, so we need to add must before the adjective, okay? On superlative, we doesn't use than because we are comparing with more things than 2, okay? We only use EST or more. We use EST when it's a short adjective, and we use most when it's a long adjective. Let's see if this information is clear to you. It's the same activity that we did, but now with superlative, okay? Let's see. Wonderful. What would be wonderfulest or most wonderful? Yes, most wonderful. Second, smart. It's long. Is it short? Let's see what is the correct answer. Smartest. Yes. Third one. Happy. It's an emotion, but it's an adjective too. She's a happy person, for example. Let's see the answer. Oh, what happened with the answer? Okay, I had a little, something gets wrong here. So let's see. This is the adjective that we need to convert. We already convert these two. Let's see, happy, is it short or is it long? Perfect, how would you write it? Most perfect or perfectest? Long, how would be long? Longest or most long? And honest, how would be? Honestest, sorry, or most honest? Let's see the answers. Happy, it's happiest. Perfect, most perfect. Long, what do you think? Longest, yes. And honest would be most honest. There you go. Well, that would be the explanation from the pages 94 and 95. Now, let's go to our book so we can see what we need to do on our book. Comparative adjectives. We already have here the explanation that I gave you. We have 2 examples. Let me read you. Example number 1. That tree is taller than our house. Again, we are using ER and than. The other example is finishing school is more important than anything else. Sorry. More before the long adjective, okay? And always is followed by a than. Okay. Write the comparative form of the following adjectives. And these are the adjectives that you need to convert in comparative, okay? Warm, how would be warm? Warmer. And beautiful, well, we already saw it. more beautiful than. You always need to write than. If you convert this in comparative, for example, warmer, but you don't write than, I cannot put it like if it's correct, okay? You must write the word than. And then you need to pick one of these, A, B, or C, to see if to complete this sentence. For example, let's read the first one. My computer is your laptop. How would be? My computer is older than your laptop. My computer is more older than your laptop, or my computer is your laptop. I'm sorry, the older your laptop. Is it more older than? I don't think so, because we don't use more and then ER. We use one of this, not both. The older? No, because we are talking about comparative. We need the word than, that's right. So that left us letter A. My computer is older than your laptop. Now, you try to answer these four by yourselves, okay? Let's go to superlative adjectives. We already have the explanation that I gave you, and let me read you the examples. First example, my house is the largest in the block. Here we are comparing the house with all the houses in the block, not just one or not just another house, okay? So my house is the largest, EST, on the block. Now, let's see the second with a long adjective. This is the most expensive perfume in the store. We are comparing the perfume with all the perfumes in the stores. And we are adding the most. Why? Because expensive is a long adjective. Now, we need to do here the same that you did in the last page. You need to convert this in superlative. Now, the last activity from page 95 is describe your family members or your group of friends by using superlative adjectives. Superlative, we are not using comparative in this part, only superlative. That means that I will use adjectives with EST or the must, okay? Very good. I will wait for these activities, and let's go to STEAM. Sorry, before we go to STEAM, I want to put you a game that came in the book. So this will help you to understand better this topic and the difference between comparative and superlative, okay? Pay attention. There you go. Now, what do we need to do? We need to pick one of these, and the computer is going to tell us what kind of sentence is, or what kind of adjective is. Let's pick the first one. It's comparative. We have 4 sentences here that are comparative. Which of them are the comparative sentences? Let's see. We already have one. Is this one comparative? Let's see. We have the word must, so it's superlative. That is the longest EST, superlative. She made the thickest pizza, EST. It's superlative. This apple is sweeter than. Sweeter, ER, and then. This is a comparative. Very good. A rattlesnake is more dangerous than a bunny. How can I know? I don't have ER or ST. Yes, I know, but I have more. And more is for comparative. So this is a comparative too. Cora is the most intelligent person in the class. Most is for superlative. Utah is colder than Los Angeles. Colder, ER. Yes, now we answered the comparative. Now we need to check if we get the superlatives. She is the most peaceful person I know. Most is for superlative, that's right. That is the longest movie I have ever watched. Longest, superlative. She made the thickest pizza. EST. What is superlative or comparative? Of course, superlative. Cora is the most intelligent person in the class. Most, superlative or comparative? Yes, superlative. Very good. Now, with these examples and the examples that I gave you and the explanation from the book and my own, you should be able to answer your pages by yourself. Now, let's go to STEAM. On STEAM, we are going to work on page 153 to 155. And we are going to talk about traits and the environment. Okay, I wanted to play you a video and I'm going to show you the link because I don't want to expose to get in trouble or something because I don't know if the videos has copyright. And I will show you the video that I'm interested that you see. Let me show you. Okay, this is the video that I want you to see. This video has some examples from traits and the environment and how does it works. So this will help you to understand. And well, you can see it. Now, let's go to page 100. Oh, I was there. 153. There you go. Now, we need to listen the following text, okay? You must read at home too. And let's listen.
Traits and the environment. Read and listen to the following text. The environment is the world around us. The environment is what surrounds a person, animal, or plant. Right now, your environment is a classroom. When you go home, your home is your environment. The world around you can affect your traits. Your environment can change how you look. It can make you more or less healthy. There are many factors or reasons why this can happen. These are called environmental factors. Amount of sunlight. Have you ever had a sunburn before? A sunburn happens when you are outside for a long time. The sunlight hurts your skin. It can make your skin change color. It is bad for your skin. But sun can be good for other organisms. Plants need sunlight to grow. Plants need at least some sunlight to live. The amount of sunlight a living thing gets affects its traits. Amount of water. Did you know plants can get dehydrated? It happens when they don't get enough water. This can kill the plant. Animals and people can get dehydrated too. They need to drink lots of water every day to stay healthy. You can get sick if you don't drink enough water. The amount of water a living thing gets affects its traits. Amount of food. People or animals can become overweight if they eat too much food. This is bad for their health. It can cause many problems. People or animals can also become underweight. This happens when they don't eat enough food. It is also very bad for their health. Both of these things affect how people look and how their body works. The amount of food an animal eats affects its traits.
Okay, now think about this question. How else can your environment change you? I will tell you, the weather can change me. I love cold days, but when there is a hot weather, I get less patience and a little bit less tolerance. I love cold weather. So an example for me to something in my environment changing me would be or could be the weather. What else can change you on your environment? Now, let's go to page 152. Let's keep reading, guys.
Sometimes the environment affects living things in a bad way. It can also affect living things in good ways. Living things also have traits that they don't show on the outside, like what they know how to do. The environment can affect these traits too. These are some factors that affect living things in bad and good ways. Harmful environmental factors. Harmful things, like pollution, can hurt plants and animals. It can make them sick. If people drink polluted water, it can make them sick. Some pollution can even change how an animal's brain works. Polluted water can make plants not grow as tall. It can even kill the plants. The amount of harmful materials a living thing touches affects its traits. Helpful environmental factors. Learning affects our traits. When you learn something, your brain changes. Learning changes how you think. The more you learn, the more your brain changes. Learning helps animals make better choices. It helps them live longer, better lives. You cannot see how learning changes you with your own eyes, but it does. Medicine makes people feel better. It helps them be healthy. Medicine affects people's traits. It can affect how they look, feel, or act. Some people are born with an illness. They have a trait that makes them sick. Medicine can help these people feel better.
Okay. Says, discuss the following question with a partner. Be ready to share your answer with the class. As we are not in the classroom, you can do it by yourselves at home. What are other harmful environmental factors besides the pollution in water? Could be deforestation? Yes, could be. And what other helpful environmental factor, what another helpful environmental factor can you think? Recycle could be one. And then says, use the internet to research an illness people are born with. See if there's medicine that helps them with this trait. Create a short digital presentation of what you learn. Okay, you are not going to do the presentation, but you can think in one illness or look for one illness on the internet and look if it has medicine, okay? I can tell you about one illness, could be diabetes, and yes, there are medicine that help them with that trait, okay? Now, let's go to page 155. Remember to reach all the entire instructions and the entire questions too, so you can give a good answer, okay? Now, answer the following questions. Define environment. As we see, and we can conclude that that environment is all the characteristic that surround a living thing, and these affect this living thing, okay? Then we have 5 questions that you will answer by your own thinking with the information that we already read. And then you must answer number 6. Look at the following pictures. For each picture, state at least one way the environment has affected the living thing shown. Okay, how do you think the sunlight affects this plant? It is harmful or is it helpful? What characteristic of the environment of this cat made this cat a little bit fat? And then you will see this picture and answer it too. And that's all from today, kids. I hope to see you tomorrow. I see you later in our Zoom session. I hope you can come, all of you. The last Monday we have a good time. And remember that you can bring some questions prepared so I can answer to you if you don't understand something. See you tomorrow. See you later, guys, at the live session, and see you tomorrow in our video class if I can see you today. Big hugs, guys. Bye.